Good afternoon, students. Am I audible? Anyone please confirm? If everything is right, I will start the session. Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, now, so yesterday, up to what extent we covered? Already we have written some server side code to push the data of faculty data into the database, and already we verified whether it is successfully storing or not through Postman. Am I right? So now what I want to do? So as per our discussion yesterday, here we are maintaining two applications. One is running at server side and one is running at client side, right? So already I opened. So this is my client application and this is my server application. Okay. So before starts our client, server must be in start. Okay. It is not started, our client application is not able to interact with the server. Okay. So that's why how to run a server, npm run dev. This is the command npm run dev. Server is running at port number 5000. Okay. So yesterday we have inserted maximum one, two records already we inserted, but those records are stored in faculties table. But actually I removed that. So that's why we are not having any records. Now what I want to do, I want to insert from client side itself. After implementation of client side logic, so I am trying to insert the data into database. Okay. So that's why, so this is my client side. So yesterday itself, we have created this components folder, and in that folder we added add faculty, delete faculty, okay, update faculty as well as a view faculty. All are just empty components. Till now we added only one message. Am I right? If I start this, to start the client application, we just type npm start. Press enter. Meanwhile, open this add faculty. So in this add faculty component, just I was written only one heading. Am I right? Okay. So here in this, whatever statements are there in the return statement, these particular tags are going to be rendered on the screen. You know that, right? So how we are going to display here? That is very important. We just come here. So this is our application. Already courses completed. Now I want to handle this faculty module. Okay. So for this faculty module, once I click this add faculty, I want to display the form here. Okay. So you can create the form. How you created in the courses module. So using this logic also you can create. Okay. So this is up to you. But here I am going to use my own logic, no problem. You can create the forms by using any technique. It's up to you. Okay, na? So now what I want to do here, I want to take one layout to display the components in the add faculty form. Here I am going to take some layout. So which layout? Already I told you yesterday itself. In the MUI, this is the docs, the material UI. Here we have set of layouts. But in these layouts, if you click this components, here you can find out some layouts, surfaces, see this layout. Box is there, container is there, grid is there. I want to take this grid. Okay, it's a responsive layout. Grid adapts to screen size and orientation, ensuring consistency across layouts. So this is the best layout generally while implementing any font. Okay, so see this how it works. Everything it will be there. Okay, see this basic grid. Generally, a grid occupies total 12 columns on any browser. We can represent integer values column width between 1 to 12 only. Okay, so for example, if you want to maintain these two buttons, one you must provide for every button how many columns width you want to display. That's up to you. Using access prop, you have to decide how many columns width you have to use for that particular component. That is very important. But must make sure whatever components you want to keep it in a row. All the components addition of the columns is nothing equal to 12 must and should. Very, very important. See here he kept a total two buttons, but one button he occupies 8 columns, one button occupies 4 columns. Here in the second row, if you observe, see this occupies 4, this occupied already 8. But how can we represent as a code? That is very important. But so on the browser, I want to maintain one layout, grid layout. So that contains a set of rows, right? In every row, we are going to maintain set of columns. That's why, so total one grid container, we need to take it. Okay. So see the example code what he has given, grid container. Okay. And also for every row, how much space you want to maintain it. That is also very important. Not only row wise, if more than one component is there in a single row, means column wise also it will take same space. Without spacing, it will not provide any space. Okay, now very important. So grid container is the root tag, and inside that tag we are going to use sub grid tags. Sub grid tags. Very, very important. Okay, but a root grid acted as a container, subgrid acted as an item. Very, very important. Here I am going to take this particular help. With the help I am going to implement it. So that's why here what I can do, see, here I am going to take grid. Make sure it must be important. Very important. It will show you the help like this. Once you type the grid, it is available in material. Okay, grid container spacing. I am giving some 2 or 3, it's up to you. This is a container. Okay, so inside this grid, here I am going to take subgrid, but it acts as a item, but it occupies how many columns? But I want to maintain in every row only single text field. Okay, na? So here in every row text fields will be there. Based on my requirement, here I'm going to create one employee form, right? For employee ID, one text field, employee name, like that. Okay. So access, here I'm taking what? How much? 12. Okay. So okay. So in this, here what I'm going to use it, text field. Okay. So for this text field, what are the attributes required? It's up to you. Generally, one prop is label. That label is what you want to provide, some faculty ID. That label I want to mention. Okay. Along with the label, I want to maintain some size for the text field. How much size? Generally, sizes already you know, small, medium, and large. So that's by default it will be in a large size, but I want to make it as a small. Okay. And not only this is size prop, here we can use some SX, sorry, XX, okay, or SX, sorry, styling I want to cover, right? So SX equal to series. In the SX, what I want to use, some width. By default, text field having some default size, right? I want to maintain some width. So how much? Some width 300. Along with that, I'm going to use some height also. Between every text field, I want to maintain some height also. So how much height you want to take it, it's up to you. Here I'm taking some 30 or 20, no problem. Okay, na? So this is a text field. Okay, see this. Okay, so now if you check that output, if I click this, all of you look at this. Here I got this, right? But here it is by default left aligned. By default it is left aligned. So what you can do, you can align this particular text field, this grid item. This item you can maintain in the center by applying some SX. In the SX, what you can do, uh, align, any align is there. Just wait. If it is working or not, we will check it. Otherwise, we will go with the other technique. It is not working here, SX, for this grid. Okay. So directly what we can do, sorry, here I'm going to use one CSS import app.css, where it is available dot slash the src file only, right? If I am giving dot, here you can find out app.css is there, app.css. Yes, app.css is there. src folder, we are having app.css. Okay. Why I am applying app.css means, in the app.css there is a class called text align. Okay, text align. So due to that only we are here. See, already in the app.js, see this, they are imported in the app.js current directory. Okay, dot slash app.css. So that's why Here dot means why app.js and app.css both are in same directory. That's why they use dot. But here what I'm doing, dot means we are moving backward, okay, into that SRC. So now what I'm going to do in the div, here I'm using class name. Class name equal to app. If I'm using this, all of you look at this. Look at this. So this is what by default it is coming into the center. Okay, na? So one faculty ID ready. But anyhow, I want to maintain how many grids here. Very, very important. Copy, not this, control Z. Yes, we need this grid. Copy, first, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So total 6 grid items I was taken, but one for faculty ID and the other one for faculty name and the other one department and the other one department and I think what we have taken, we just go to the model. Already yesterday we have created one model. So what are the database fields we have taken? Very, very important. In the collection, ID is there, name is there, department is there. Then qualification, designation. Qualification and one more is a designation and one more is a email and a password, right? Actually, while taking password, one more important, not only label, your label is password, but along with that, one more prop is required, that is the type. Type equal to, then only if you type anything, it will be displayed by using dots, right? So that's why, see, all of you look at that output screen, how we are getting. Look at this faculty ID, faculty name, department, qualification, designation, email, and password, right? Okay, so total. But password, whenever you are typing, it is looking like this. Whenever I'm typing email, okay, no problem. It is showing everything. Okay. So now what I want to do, along with these all the text fields, I want to maintain one more grid first. Grid item access equal to 6 I am taking. See this. Why I am taking this grid as a 6, this item? I am going to maintain one row. But in that row, I want to keep 2 buttons. One for save button, one for refresh button. So actually, I want to keep those 2 buttons in the single row. So one row occupies how many columns? 12 columns. So that's why I want to split those 2 buttons into equal parts. That's why access equal to 6 I was given for the first grid and second grid is 6. Okay. So in these grids, what I want to take? I want to take buttons. Okay, na? So it's also metal UI button. Metal UI. This button variant also we have to mention, right? By default variant is not it's a text variant, right? So I want to take variant as a contained variant. Everyone knows about this. Okay. So contained variant, and at the same time by default the button type is with color is primary color it will take. No need to type anything. By default primary only. But what I want to do, see, for example, here I have given like this. See this. Without a label, it will display like this. You must provide some label, right? What is the label? Okay, say now it will display like this. Okay, same as this, copy and paste. See here. Here also, here I have, sorry, a refresh. You go this, but both are in the same row. They are occupying 12 columns, but their position is not sufficient. Okay, so we need to keep this here. So how it is possible? Okay, so by default, it is there at left side, right? This button. So that's why I need to apply some style here. Okay, we need to apply some style here for the button component. Okay, so what is the style you want to apply here? Style or access? It's up to you. No, sir. I have to apply style only. No, it's up to you. Style equal to style. Also, we have to provide like this. Here I am giving line, align content. Which side? Right side. Sorry, within double quotation. Yeah, right. Okay. It is not already. It is there in the right side. Right side only. Hmm, okay. It's better. It's align. You think not align content. Yes. Text align is there. Not me. This is style. Contained. Style. Okay. For the grid, if I am giving like this, I think it will work. You just verify. Control X. For this grid, I will apply this. I think it will apply now. Yes, it is applying. Why? Because if I am giving button, no button for this button, it is not possible. For this grid, this particular 6 columns grid, whatever content I want to keep it in that grid, that must be at right alignment. Same, you can what you can do, you just copy and paste. But here you have to provide left alignment. It is already there in the right alignment. You have to provide left alignment. Now look at this. Okay. So this is what our form. Form is ready. But what is our aim? Once user entered something, once he clicked the save, already I started my server here. See this. Server is in start mode. So at start mode, already in the faculty route, here we are having post method. Yesterday we have implemented, and I need to call this method from client side using which package? Axios package. Understood? So that's why what you need to do for save button. Here you must provide on click event. Okay. So here I can write handle submit. This is handle. I will write for refresh later. No problem. Here this is handle submit, right? So come here. You must, that is an arrow function name, but there I was written one arrow function. So you must define it, right? Handle submit equal to, okay, handle submit function. But see, whenever I want to submit function called what I want to do, whatever data given by the user in the form, I want to capture it, and that particular data I want to submit to the server. Am I right? So how can we do that? Whatever data here I am typing, that has to maintain, right? That means that component is changing the behavior. Initially empty, but now user is giving something, means here the every text field component is changing its behavior. Okay. So changing its behavior means you must maintain the state of every text field component. So how can we handle the state in the ML stack development? Already in the React, we have discussed in the beginning classes itself. Everyone, I think, knows about it, right? So what is needed? You must need a hook called use state hook to maintain the state. Am I right? So that's why here I'm writing honest use state. Okay. See, what is the first hook here I'm taking? This is for faculty ID, set faculty ID. See this. This is for holding the data given by the user in the faculty ID column. But initially what I'm giving? Empty. Initially I'm giving empty. Like that, honest. And then faculty name, set faculty name equal to user state of okay. And then honest. Okay. Department, set department is equal to user state of empty. And then honest of qualification, set qualification is equal to use state of 1 2. Okay, next, next after qualification, what is there? I think designation. Set designation. Use state of 1 2. See, whatever state variables I am taking, this is up to you. You can take any names, not a problem. No need to depend on MongoDB database. Okay, MongoDB database schema variables. Okay, so here you can take your own local variables. But uh, how many variables you need to take it based on the form. In the form, I am having total 7 fields. So that's why 7 fields related state variables I am declaring here. Okay. So now next after designation, what is there? I think email, right? Set email equal to use state of empty. And then for password, set password is equal to state of empty. Okay. So total, how many variables I was taken? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Everything is ready now. Okay. So initially in all the variables I kept empty. I kept empty. So now come here. Why I'm coming here? See all of you. See the code. Whatever code is there in the grid, you just select it and select it and right click. Here there is format selection. If I click that format selection, what happens? If you observe, okay, if you observe, total code will be looks like whatever props I was given for the text field, they will be properly aligned line by line. Okay, understanding purpose. Okay, so now look at this. The first one, faculty ID, right? After applying whatever, okay, whatever styles you needed for every text field already I applied, but now next other props required, very important, right? Okay, So what are the props required here? Must and should prop is value. Okay, whenever user typed something, I want to handle that state, right? Whenever you are handling the state of any component, it must have two props. One is the value. That value contains to maintain the state of this text field, faculty ID text field. What state variable I was taken? Faculty ID, right? So you have to provide that variable name, faculty ID. Okay. And then along with value, you must provide on change. On change. Okay. So how it will be changed? You know that E implies set faculty ID of setter you must call it. Whenever user typed, initially empty will be there in the faculty ID. Whenever user typed something that has to be updated in the faculty ID variable. How it will happen? With the by calling set faculty ID method. Right? Here what you can type E dot target dot value. Okay. So this is what you have to do that. Okay, anyhow, this I was done for only ID. So now for the remaining also value is equal to, sorry, what is that? Faculty name and then on change is equal to, this is arrow function only. Here I am writing set faculty name of E dot target dot fact. That's it. And here also value is equal to, oh sorry, department of, yes, department I was given, and then on change equal to one more arrow function. As it is, if you know one, other one easily you can write it. Set department of target dot value. Okay, so that is also completed. Yes. Value is equal to, what is this? Qualification. And then all change equal to arrow function set qualification of target dot value. Okay, so this is also completed. And now value is equal to designation. On change equal to implies set designation of E dot target dot value. Enough. So next, this is email. Value is equal to mail. On change implies set email of control Z. Set email of E dot target dot value. And then see here, for password, generally as an admin, this is admin side module, right? So whenever we are using password field for any faculty as an admin, they will provide first, initially I'm assigning password. Okay. Initially password is empty, but I don't want to ask the user by typing. So by default, I want to maintain something. So that's why, no sir, here directly on change. value is equal to password. There is no on change. What I will do here? Here I will provide a disable. Due to this, what happens? No one will update initial value for password. Here I want to provide KLU123. So that default value, no one will update here. This is disabled. This is disabled. You know, that's it. So, okay, variables ready. Whenever user types something, all the data will comes into this particular variable. Okay, na? So everything is ready now. And now what I want to do, there is handle submit. Already I was typed, right? So in the handle submit, what we need to write? Okay. See, in the handle submit, I want to submit total form data to the server. Am I right? So that means what? You must call Axios. So that is very important. First, you must import Axios from Axios. This import statement is very important. And at the same time, whenever we are posting the data, that method must be async. Some event will be performed. That's why I'm taking E. Inside that, I'm handling some try catch blocks. Okay, now I'm handling try catch blocks. So catch will accept some error. Okay, try catch block. Okay. So this catch block, whatever error I am generating, I will write some console message. PLG. PLG means shortcut for console.log. Okay. So here you can maintain error sending data or whatever it is. You can type something. It's up to you. Error in sending data, comma, what is the error I want to display it? You can write like this. Okay. Anyhow, so now in the try block, what we need to type? That is very, very important. But before entering into try block, one first step, okay, default form behavior, whatever is there, I want to prevent it. Whenever user typed something, then only it has to submit the data to the server. Without submitting the data, even if you click empty form also, I don't want to do something. Okay, you need to prevent it. So E dot prevent default, very important. The default behavior will be prevented. After that only, I will call what method? Axios dot post method. Axios dot post method we need to call it. But that method must be await. Why? This is asynchronous method, right? Async has to be matched with await. Otherwise, it will give some error. So that's why Axios dot post of what you need to post first URL. What is the first parameter? URL. And second parameter is curly braces. What is the curly brace contains? The data, form data, complete form data will be there. So this is what your post method syntax. Okay. So now here what you have to do, HTTP colon localhost colon whatever server running at port number 5000 slash what is your route of faculty API slash okay to post the data what sub URL I was taken slash only. So even if you are not written also it will take slash by default. Okay. So and second parameter is object. What is this object? Okay, you have to send whatever data already stored in these variables, state variables. Okay, so that variable information you must assign it to MongoDB collection variables. MongoDB collection variable, very important point. What is MongoDB collection variables here? So this is my MongoDB model. In the model only I configured variables. So you must take these particular variable names. To these variables only you must assign whatever state variable you have taken. So that's why here you must write faculty underscore ID. Am I right? Faculty underscore ID. For this variable I am going to assign faculty. So this is my state variable. That data I am assigning to MongoDB database collection variable. Remember. Okay, na? Comma, then faculty underscore name. Faculty name. Faculty underscore DEPP. Is not there. Here I was taken what? I think department. Right. Department. And then qualification equal to qualification. Then qualification followed by designation. Okay. Designation and then email. And then password. That's it. So this is your data. This data I'm passing. Once this data will be passed to the server side, at a server side in the faculty route, I was mentioned, right? In the request body, total form data comes here. That data, with that data, I'm creating, this is faculty schema object. You know, see this faculty is your model object. For this model object, I'm passing total form data. I'm getting one model object, faculty. I want to save it in the database. How can we save? Dot save it. So once it is successfully saved from server, what I'm returning? Your faculty data, whatever it is stored, it was stored in the database. Okay, it will comes in the back in the form of JSON path. See this response dot status dot JSON. Okay, dot JSON of faculty. So once it is done successfully, I need one state variable, status variable, because it is successfully saved or not, I want to find out, right? So that's why const some status I'm taking, set status equal to use state. Initially I'm taking false. Means before saving that particular variable, okay, I will take the status as false. Remember, initially. Once it is saved, set status. Automatically status variable will be updated. Okay. So this is what we need to do. But based on the status variable, what we have to do? See this. Okay. So this is the last grid, right? This is the grid container. After this, I want to display and I want to check it first. What is the status variable? I want to check it. If it is the true, I want to do something. What you want to do? Sorry, Control Z, Control Z. See this. I want to do something. I want to write it in the parentheses. Very important. So in the parentheses, what I will do? I will maintain some alert message. Alert message. Alert is already available as a component in the material UI. Make sure it must be imported, otherwise it will not work. Okay, na? Okay, na? So for this alert message, there are some props. Very important prop is severity. Severity, generally severity, if it is error message, you can mention other things, error. But here it is success, right? Severity is success. And also I want to apply some styling. Okay. Some styling I want to apply. So whatever alert message you want to display, faculty inserted. Just one message I want to display it. But what is the styling I want to provide? Display flex, okay, flexible, as well as justify content. Center. Justify content is center. That means in center it will come. Once it is successful, once based on status value. Okay, everything done, even though I'm getting one warning, because why I am getting this warning? Set password I created, but it was not used actually, right? Okay, so that is better actually. Here, no problem at all. Otherwise, no sir. I want to take this value. Okay, here directly I can pass the value. Okay, we can pass the value like that. Okay, no problem. Wherever it is disabled, no need of on change. Why? Because no one will not change that particular content. Leave it. No problem. No problem. Otherwise, you can give directly here itself value 1 2 3. You can write it as a value, and you can remove that. Okay, but here you will get some password equal to also. You can provide value 1 2 3. No problem. You can write like this. Okay, this is local variable. To this local variable, I am assigning value 1 2 3 direct. For visible purpose also, here I am giving value 1 2 3. Now come here. Now look at this series. If you check the database, already in the database, I don't have any records. Now I want to insert it. For example, my ID number, faculty name, department, qualification, designation, email. So whatever password is there, password is there here, and then if you save it, it has to execute. See this. On CLI, where I was written, some wrong I was written, where the button do add faculty render route. Okay. See this message. Whenever I click this, automatically it is inserted. Why? In the try block, directly I was written. With empty details, See the server side. This is server side. Actually, it was not executed this post. If it is executed, here I want to mention some CLG console.log. Inside post. Inside post. Okay. Inside post for debugging purpose, whether my request is coming to this particular post method or not, I want to find out. Okay, na? So that's why I was written this. Okay. So now look at this. Where is the code? Page. Okay, everything is right. CVRT success, but request is not coming. Somewhere I was written val. Where is that val? Control F. Just wait. So everything is okay, fine. Grid container okay, fine. 5000 okay, fine. Password also okay, fine. Value, password, okay. So everything is success. Left on click equal to and is submitted. Everything is okay, not a problem. Everything is okay. Now, once again, I want to check it. I want to find out any error is coming or not. Okay, 3920. Can I verify? Okay, no record. Name. Yes, faculty inserted. Now come here. You just refresh. Where is the refresh button here? Here refresh is there. You just refresh it. If you check it, initially empty values already gone, right? With the password, you can remove this record. Not a problem. Okay. Now, whatever data I was sent, the total data came. This is one record. Okay. So now for this refresh button, I want to enter one more details, right? If I click refresh, it has to empty once again. Okay. So for this, what we can do? See, nothing I was done. Everything successful. Not a problem. So here I can mention on click handle refresh. Handle refresh. Here only you can write it. It's a single statement only. Nothing is there. Okay. Anyhow, I want to display here. What is the one more? Handle refresh is equal to, okay. So handle refresh. So What you can do, handle refresh, within handle refresh, there is a predefined, there is a predefined object, that is a window object. In that window object, there is a location prop. Okay. So using that window data location data reload, easily we can do that. Okay. So window data location dot reload of false we can write. There is a predefined window object, window dot location prop. This is a property dot reload. Okay, is a method. So using this we can type false. Okay, reload of false. Directly we can do this. So now from here, if I do this refresh, what happens? Automatically everything will be clear. Everything will be clear. You can give one more, 7004 faculty name, CSE, qualification, designation, email. Okay, and then yeah, faculty inserted. So you just come to the database. Here once again you can refresh and refresh button. Where is that? Here it is there. They are having two records. Look at this. So this is what you can do. Okay, now. So now view faculty. And next task is what? View faculty. Inserting is done successful. There is no problem at all. So this is successful. Nothing is there. Okay. So now all of you do it. This particular task up to this. Once it is successfully done, I will start within 5 minutes only. Don't go to. Don't go outside. Within 5 minutes. If you have any doubt, you just scroll back in the YouTube link. Within 5 minutes, I will explain a read faculty. Whenever I click this view faculty, I want to display it. So this is add faculty, this is view faculty. Once it is done, I will go with the delete faculty. First, I will do all these operations today itself. పాస్ పెట్టి 5 నిమిషాలు టైం ఇప్పటివరకు చెప్తుంది చేయమని. వచ్చేది అయిపోయిందా? తొందరగా ఇది వచ్చి గమకం చేస్తే లైవ్ లో క్లాస్ చెప్తున్నాను కదా, నేను ఆపా కావాలని ఉన్నామని. ఇటు 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 గబగబా వెళ్ళిపో ముందు వెళ్ళిపోతే నేను మళ్ళీ కూర్చుంటాం ఖచ్చితంగా. అదే Okay. Okay. So next, view faculty. So how can we do this view faculty? So before doing the client side code, you must write a server side code. So already in the server side, okay, at server side, actually we don't have the functionality for get. We don't have the functionality for get. Am I right? So for get functionality, you must write. So how to do this? Already as per the already in the courses module, you have written the code, right? The courses route already you have written. So based on the same concept, you can do this for faculty also. For faculty also, you can do that. Okay. So how can we do this? Look at this. So this is a post functionality up to this. This is the post functionality. Now I am going to write router dot get function. Router dot get. For this also, what is the path you want to provide? Same slash only. And second parameter is your arrow function. So how to write functionality? Yesterday itself we have discussed, right? But here, what are the parameters? Generally, we will provide request and response only. But get functionality, what it will do? Once again, you need to handle exception. So try and catch block contains error object. Okay, same. In the error object, whatever you have typed, same here also you can do that using response dot status status code. How much at server side while retrieving any problem occurred at database side, that is internal server error. That's why I'm giving 500. Okay, dot json of you can provide one JSON object. What is the key value pair? What is that? Message colon error dot message. Okay, na? So this is what yesterday we have done. But in the try block, what you need to do? That is very important. Okay. So in the try block, generally, see for debugging purpose whether we are the execution flow entering into this block or not. To find out, here I am using console.log inside get. Actually, this is not required, but for debugging purpose, I want to identify whether the client request coming into this get request or not for checking purpose only. Okay. So now what I want to do, once again, same, whatever request I'm using, this must be a sync request. This is very important. Whenever I am using async, you must use await before calling your functionality. What functionality I want to write it here? Okay, we need to load the details, right? From the MongoDB database to read all the documents. What is the function available? There is a function called find method. But here we need what? Your model object. What is the model object? Already you created here. What is the model object? Faculty, right? So this is your model object. So using that faculty only, you have to call it the find method. The white, sorry, faculty dot find. What is the method? Find. Okay. So this find method by default it returns what? Set collection object. Already in the MongoDB while discussing in your CO2, everyone aware of it. Okay. Find method is a predefined method. Using model object I'm calling, it returns a collection of objects. So that I want to maintain it as a variable. So what I'm taking here, faculty is equal to. So this particular collection object I want to return back to the client. Return back to the client. So response dot JSON of directly I can send the faculty. That's it. So this is your reading data. Okay. See, whatever modification I'm doing at server side, what Nodeman is doing, it is restarting, it is restarting, it is restarting due to some changes. After that, it is starting your server at port number. Okay. So read functionality also already I completed. So you have to call this function using which request method? Get. So same thing you have to write it. Okay, na? So what is this? This is it. Okay. Now look at this. Here we have a view factor. So this is not required. Otherwise, you can write faculty details. One heading, if you want to maintain, you can maintain it. But inside this div, what you can type here, I want to display total faculty details in a table. Okay, whenever you want to display table, you can use normal HTML table. Otherwise, in our material UI itself, they have given a separate concept called a table concept. So if you observe here, see this, here you can find out table. See this, so this is the option. Table. So this is the table. Okay, na? This is the table. Here you can find out. See this. You can display the data like this. You can display the data like this. There is a data table is also there. Data table is different. Okay. So you, to select all the records and all those filter will be there in the data table. But here initially I want to do with the normal table. Okay. To maintain this table, see the show code. Here if you click this, here you are getting what are the required components. Table is required. Okay. Table cell is required. Table head is required. Table row is required. Table container is required. So many are there. Understand? We have to do that. But among this, if you observe, see what is the total? What is the main root here? Table container. This is very, very important. This is very, very important. Can I copy this? Table container. From here. Here in the div tag, here I'm writing table container. Here you will get errors. Anyhow, why this table container you must import. Control space is the shortcut. Keep the cursor at the end. control space. Here it is showing at the MUI material, press enter, it will be imported. Like this, paper is also predefined. Control space, paper. See this. It also import. Why? Already component is a prop. Even if you see in the typography also we have component prop. Okay. So even though it is table container, it works like paper. It works like paper. You know this difference in the typography also. Even if I am taking variant as H5, you can make it as H2. You can take component equal to H2. That's it. That typography variant type is H2. Okay. But internally it maintains as H5 tag only. Understand? But the font size becomes H2 font size. That is very important, remember. So like that here table container, and then we need inside a table container, table is needed, control space. Table will be imported. Okay, na? Table begin tag, end tag. Inside a table, generally what we can maintain, table header. Table header is needed. Okay. So inside a table header, generally what will be there? So for the table heading, all the columns I want to print it. So how can we print it? As a table row. So table row. Okay. So table row. All those things must be imported. Okay. In the table row. Okay. In the table row, in one row, what will be there? Table cell. Table cell. It will be imported. Okay. This is for heading purpose. And then what is needed? Once table header is completed, table body. Table body is needed. Inside a table body, what will be there? Once again, inside table body, we are going to display all the faculty details which are fetched from the database. Dynamically, all those records will come. Those records I want to display it here. But actually, whenever I'm hitting to the server internally interacts with MongoDB and it is fetching all the faculty details and it returns back to the client, in the form of collection. So that means one array of objects will come into the client side. So those I want to handle it by maintaining state variable. So I can define one state variable here. I can define one state variable here to handle that data which is coming from the server side. Understand? So how it is possible? Here I am taking some faculty details. Is one variable I am taking. How can we update it? Set a faculty details. This is a state variable, right? Is equal to use state. Use state of initially what type it is? Empty collection. Empty collection. List of employee faculties will come, right? Empty list we will take it. Okay. So this is very important. Okay. So now, so this particular faculty details I am going to populate in the table body. How can we populate a list in the React application? We are using in the return statement, right? While rendering, it has to be there inside curly braces. Here you must use faculty details dot map, right? Faculty details dot map. This is what you need to write. Very, very, very important. Okay, faculty details dot map. So in the map function only, I want to render all the table cells. Okay. Okay. So now, see here. First of all, this is the structure of a table container. Just whatever styles required, we will do it later. First of all, what we have to do? Okay. Automatically, whenever I click view faculty route, automatically it has to fetch the data from the database, right? From the server side. So how can we do that? Okay. Here I am defining a separate function first. Fetch data I'm taking. It is an arrow function, but asynchronous function. Async of. Okay. I'm fetching the data using Axios. Okay. So import Axios from Axios. This is important. Once it is done in the fetch data, what you can do in the try catch blocks, try catch of server. Okay. So in the try catch, what you can do CLG console.log error dot message. Okay. Error dot message. Okay. Anyhow, so in the try block, what you have to do, we must call Axios dot get. Axios dot get. Am I right? Axios dot get. But whenever I am calling Axios package, it must be a white method. And what it returns finally, I need to store it into variable. That is a response variable. Okay. One response variable I'm taking. Okay. So in the response variable, we are having our faculty details collection or list will be there in the response dot data. Okay. Na? So after that, what we will do? We will update faculty details. Set a faculty details of response dot data. So that data contains your collection. So that collection I am updating in the faculty details. But here in the axios.get, what we need to write in the get, here you must provide within double quotation your URL, http colon localhost colon some 5000 slash API slash faculty to connect with your faculty route. That is the main path. Already we have written at server side. Have you remembered or not? I don't know. See this. In the server.js, already my app is using two routes. One is a course route, one is faculty route. Whenever the request coming from the client side by using this particular URL, endpoint URL. Same I am using here. If you look at this. Okay, na? Very, very important. Okay, you have to do it. Okay, this is very, very important. You do it. So automatically it will response back and it will be updated in the faculty details. Now this particular fetch data by default it will not work. Just I was written the code how to fetch the data. This particular fetching the data, I want to use, I want to affect this particular function whenever our form is loaded. That means whenever I click that route, automatically this fetch data has to be executed. How it will happen? How it will happen? Using use effect. There is a use effect hook. Okay, you must call this use effect hook. Then only whenever your route is loading, automatically this use effect will be called. In the use effect, the first parameter, this contains one arrow function. This contains one arrow function. In this arrow function, what we have to do? We have to call fetch data method just now defined. Okay. This is the arrow function as a first parameter. But the second parameter is what? What type of data it is capturing? List data. So that data you need to pass it as second parameter. Very, very important. Remember this point. Okay. So this is what I was done. Okay. Anyhow, I'm getting faculty details. Once I'm getting faculty details, I want to show it in the browser. So that's why here I'm taking table, table head, table row. How many table cells required? Tell me. Copy 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cells I'm taking. This is available in the heading. Understand? So faculty ID, faculty name, and then department, qualification, resignation, email. Okay, na? Total 6 details I want to display. Okay, anyhow. Okay. So now for this heading, for this table heading, I want to apply some style. I want to apply some style. Okay. Style equal to what you want to apply? Background color. Background color. So what color you want to apply? Hmm, different colors. Hmm, Release blue. Antique white. Antique white, how it will be there, I don't know. Okay, anyhow, I'm taking some. Okay, style, background color, and then okay, and then what I want to do? See this map function I need to execute it. This map function. So how can we execute it? Map of already you know map function contains what? Arrow function only. Okay, arrow function only. Map contains arrow function. So in this see this the parameter. Whatever this particular map will iterate your list of faculties. Okay, every iteration one object will come outside. That object I am capturing into one variable, that is faculty. So using this faculty, so within this curly brace, what I want to create? I want to create a table row. Table row. Okay, now one row will be created. Every iteration, one row will be created. Understand? Map iterates number of times, right? So every time it is creating one row. Okay, in this row, what will be there? Table, cell will be there. Am I right? Table, cell will be there. How many cells will be there? How many cells? Copy, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 cells will be created. But in every row, it belongs to one faculty details, right? Every faculty having its own unique key, right? So that key you must pass it. Okay, key equal to what is the key you want to maintain? Whatever faculty object I'm getting, from that I will have one underscore id column in the MongoDB database. For every document, it will assign one unique key with the key name called underscore id. So that is what I want to maintain as a key. Okay, na? So here in the cell values, what I want to display based on my heading. Whatever heading I'm maintaining, first ID, next name, next department, right? First faculty ID. So how can we display it within curly brace? Within curly brace, faculty dot uh, faculty underscore ID. This is my MongoDB model variable. That is very important. Why? Because from the model only I am getting faculty object. In every object I will have these variables only. Don't write any other variable. That is very important. Okay. So within curly brace, faculty dot faculty underscore name, and next faculty dot faculty underscore DEP, and then faculty dot uh, qualification, right? Qualification only as per my heading. Yes. Next designation, faculty dot designation. and then finally within curly brace faculty dot email. That's it. These are the details I want to display. Okay, na? Okay, this is what I need to display. Okay, anyhow, if the database contains the collection, then only I'm able to retrieve it. But anyhow, here I'm getting some return value. Map expects some return value. I think it is completed in the 36th line. What is that? The 36th line, faculty details, everything is ready, everything is okay. Table row, table body, table row, faculty, and everything is ready. Okay. View faculty, 36th line. Just wait. Here I am getting some warning. Product map expects. Is giving some faculty details. But map. Okay, not curly brace. I think it is expression. Parenthesis, not curly brace. You know, it is parenthesis. I think. Yes, it is not curly brace. That's why I'm getting that warning. Why? Because parenthesis always returns something. Okay. So parenthesis you must provide. Okay, anyhow, it is okay. Now come here. It is your application. If you look at this, these are the details. This is the heading. Okay. So antique white, I think it is giving like this. Background color. Any other colors? Magenta is there? Yes. This is one heading. Font weight also there, right? Font weight, bold. Font is not defined. It is right, okay. It's not working actually. It's somewhere. So styles you can apply, not a problem. Bold, bolder. What is this bolder? What it will do? Bold only. Okay, anyhow, you can do this, no problem. Okay, anyhow, this is the view faculty. Okay, so even if you add one more thing, for example, you know, it will be inserted. You just come here. Here you can find out 3 records. See this? These are the list of faculty. Okay, faculty details you can find out. And then if you come to delete faculty, so here what I want to do, here I want to provide some same whatever task I was done for view faculty. Same task I will do here also. I will display all the faculty details here, and at the end At the end means in the last column, I want to keep some action column. So in the action column, I can keep some button like delete button. In every row, delete button will come. Whenever user clicks, admin clicks this delete button, that particular specified faculty will be removed from the, not only from client side, it will be deleted from MongoDB database also. MongoDB database also. So we can do that easily, not a problem. Now you can take the break for 10 minutes. Okay, once it is done, I will do it for delete functionality as well as update functionality. I will start if time permits. Okay, you can take the break now. Okay, welcome back, students. I hope everyone came back to your cabins. Okay, so I will continue. Okay, see what I want to do. I told you just how to do delete faculty. First of all, I want to display all the faculty list here also. But at the last column, I want to maintain one column as action. So in that action column, I will keep a delete button. Okay, now. So up to this extent, easily we can do whatever code I copied. Okay, already I have done in the view faculty. Same code you can do it, right? In the view faculty, whatever code you typed, same code you can copy into delete faculty also. See this, delete faculty, right? So here I am writing just as this. Okay, you can copy, not a problem. You can remove this from the view faculty. You just copy this import statements and paste into delete faculty, and then here whatever code you typed, same code you can copy and paste here paste. Okay, na? And then come here in the view faculty. So in the div tag, whatever is there, just copy it and the delete faculty inside div paste. Okay. Already I think div one more extra div came. So remove it. Okay. Remove it. Okay. Remove it. Parsing error expected. Closing div. Where is div? Okay. I missed this div. Now compile successful. Okay, div close and everything. So just come here. See this. And the add faculty, it is a form. View faculty I'm getting, and the delete faculty also I'm getting. But delete faculty, what I need one more extra column, right? So that's why we need to do the modification here. So what modification is needed? You have to come here in the header part, add one table cell. Here I'm writing action. This is one of the column. I want to add it. Like this here also. One more extra table cell. So Z. Here what I want to do, I want to keep one button. Okay. Button. So inside button, here I am typing delete. But this button is variant. Variant equal to contained. Simply take contained. By default, color is primary only. Okay, na? Now come here. If you look at this, in every row, you can able to find out one delete. Okay. So if I click this delete, I want to remove this row. I want to remove this particular row. Okay, na? So this is what I want to do. That. Okay. Now, how to do this? How to do this? Whenever I click this delete, I want to call that particular server side code. Am I right? So whenever I click delete, so here you must call on click equal to handle delete, or otherwise uh, otherwise you can directly use some arrow function, and I will define one JavaScript function, delete faculty of. Okay, I will call delete faculty. This is my function name. For this function name, what we need to pass? Whatever unique ID. This is the unique ID, right? Copy this and paste here. Okay, but you can type it directly like this. Faculty ID. Faculty dot underscore ID. So if I call this, automatically you must define this delete faculty. Then only it will execute, right? Whenever you click this, automatically that function has to be defined here. Okay, delete function. Honest, delete faculty is equal to arrow function, and this also asynchronous function. And what is the parameter here? Underscore ID I am giving. Okay, you can take any normal ID also, not a problem. But inside this, you must call server side functionality. That is very important. Okay, based on ID, I want to define it. So first of all, at server side, actually we have not defined, right? At server side, we are having only this, our route, faculty route. We are having only retrieving and posting. Only those two are there. Okay, na? But we don't have fetch data, fetch faculty, specific faculty data. Okay, specific faculty data based on ID. Based on ID. So for this functionality, here I am writing separate functionality first. One function I am writing here. This is normal asynchronous function. Okay, so async function name, get faculty of, I am passing some request and response object as well as next. What is the purpose of this next? Okay, after getting specific faculty information, cursor will move to the next row. For that purpose, I am writing this one. Okay, na? So that is very important. Whatever faculty object I am retrieving, I want to store it in some block variable I am taking here. One variable, let. You know that in the JavaScript, let is a variable. You know, okay, data type. So which will help you to declare any variable. Okay, na? One faculty variable I have taken, and sorry, Control Z, try catch block, try and catch. Okay, so error. Okay, so this function will return one object. If any error comes, also it will return. Very, very important. Remember. Okay, na? So now, first of all, what we need to do? We have to fetch specific document from any collection in the MongoDB database. What is the functionality available? Find by ID. What is the functionality available? Find by ID. Okay. Find by is a predefined method available to retrieve specific document of any collection. Very important. Okay, na? So you must call it. So from which collection? From faculty collection, right? Faculty dot, sorry, find by ID. It is a predefined, right? Find by ID of what we have to pass. We need to pass the ID. Actually, it is whose responsibility? Those who wants a specific employee or specific faculty. He his responsibility to pass that ID, and it will comes into this request object in the form of parameter. So how it is possible? Request dot, there is a predefined prop called params. Request dot params. Just wait. Okay, you can write it like this. Request dot params. Okay, na? Request dot params dot ID. That's very important. Okay, na? So this particular ID comes at runtime, params dot ID. So this function call you must write it using await. What it returns? One object will return. What is that object? One document, right? That document point out by my variable. Okay, faculty variable. Okay, na? Okay. So once you are getting this faculty object, you just verify it whether this faculty is it null or not. Okay. If it is null, for example, based on that ID, you are not able to get it. Okay. What you have to do? You must return. Something. What you have to return? Return. What you can do? Tell me. For example, some responses. Status I want to return, right? Status. Response dot status of so that file not found. For example, that faculty object is not there. 404 error. Okay, 404. Response dot status of 404 dot JSON of wait 1 second please. Okay, so response dot JSON. For JSON object, we need to pass what is that key message and what is the message you want to send it. That message cannot find employee or faculty. Simply write faculty. Cannot find faculty. This is the message I want to send it. Return back. Whenever user sends improper ID. Okay. No, sir. He sent proper ID. Not a problem. Then what we have to do? Okay. Then what we have to do? Automatically, we need to send C. Okay. Without any problem, I am able to. Otherwise, you can write after try catch also. Not a problem. It's up to you. After try catch also, you can write it. Okay, na? You can write here like response dot. You can write directly response dot faculty equal to faculty. One object I'm going to return, and then I want to point out to next record. This is the next record. In the catch block, what you can do in the catch block also, you can return response dot status of some 500 dot JSON of some message on JSON object message colon error dot message. That's it. So this message we will send it. Enough. So this is what you need to do. Okay, this is only a specific function to get a specific faculty. This particular function I will use it while getting any faculty details based on ID. Wherever it is needed, you can use it. Where it is needed, actually, whenever I want to update specific faculty, I need to get specific employee details. Okay, whenever I want to delete specific faculty, that then also I need this particular function, right? So now I am going to define function to delete faculty. Okay, for delete purpose, now I am going to write it. So how can we write? Using router object dot delete. Delete is the request method. Two parameters needed. First parameter is specific ID. Wherever user is clicking from the client side, he will click in one row, right? In that row, what is the unique key? Some ID. So that will pass through network. So here that key will be handled based on some specific syntax. Okay, slash followed by colon, some variable name. This variable holds that particular value which is coming from the client side. And second parameter is, here second parameter is what? Based on this ID, I need that faculty object, right? So who will provide that faculty object based on this ID? Already just now I defined get faculty. Okay, I will call that function name get faculty and then comma. Okay, and then comma, I will use one arrow function. The functionality we need to do it, right? So this arrow function must be asynchronous function. Async function, and it must have request comma response. That's it. But in the previous post and get methods having two parameters. First parameter path and second parameter is arrow function. But here we need middle, whatever I have given, this is already user defined function, what I defined now. What is the purpose of this function? It accepts this ID and it will return back that faculty object. Am I right? So that object I want to remove it from the database. Okay. So here I am going to write a try catch block. Try and catch. Here I will send some response dot status of some 500 dot JSON of 500, sorry, of one object called message colon error dot message. That's it. This is error message. And now in the try block, what you can do here in the try block, using your model object, I can call delete one. There is a predefined method in the MongoDB database to delete a specific record. To delete specific record, delete one of. Delete one of. What you have to pass? Delete one of one object. You need to pass it, right? One object. Okay. One object. That object contains what? ID, which maps ID equal to ID. That's it. ID equal to ID. But this must be await method. Await method. Okay, na? Await method. But this particular ID, why I am writing actually, see this. Already in the MongoDB compass, you done this delete operation. Well, I don't know, but in some of the sections already you covered. While deleting, we have to provide the field value, field name. See this underscore ID is our field name for any document. This has to match with the ID which is passing here. Okay, this particular ID related, this ID comes in the form of request parameter. So const ID equal to request dot params dot ID. Very important. Request dot params dot ID. This ID I am passing here. This ID and this ID. Okay, na? So very important. Remember request dot params dot ID. Okay. So now, so this functionality already done. Now I'm coming to the client side. So here I am passing that ID, right? Here I need to use a try catch function, try catch of error ELG error dot message, है ना? Error dot message. Okay. So what we have to do here? Here we need to use Axios dot delete of. Axios dot delete of. We have to pass that ID, right? Don't give double quotation. Whenever you are passing dynamic parameters, you must use backticks, right? Backticks. Backticks means this one. Above tab character, there is a character called backtick. Okay, use backtick. Here you must use the path called localhost colon 5000 slash. What is the route URL? API slash faculty slash. Here you must provide dollar within curly brace. What is the parameter I'm getting here? Underscore ID, right? So that underscore ID I'm passing. Okay, na? Underscore ID I'm passing. That's it. So based on this delete operation, this must be await method, right? Why this is asynchronous method? That's why. Okay. So internally what happens? Wherever this ID matched in the MongoDB database, it will be removed. But I want to display the data in the client side. After removing whatever records will be there, those records only I want to display it, right? But to display purpose, what I'm calling here set faculty details. See this faculty details I'm displaying. So in the faculty details previously before removal, whatever number of records are there, those records will be available, right? After removing, I want to remove that already deleted data at server side. So how it is done? So you must filter out. How can we do that? How can we do that? So faculty details dot faculty details dot filter. Okay. For this filter function, we have to pass one arrow function. Arrow function like that means filter always map and filter both are doing same operation. It will iterate in the list of collection, right? List only. But every iteration one object will comes here. I'm telling that faculty. Okay. So in every iteration one object will come here. Faculty. Okay. So that faculty here I'm going to do some operation. What type of operation I'm going to do? Whatever faculty I'm getting here, that faculty dot underscore ID not equal to in MERN stack you have to use this particular operator not equal to, not double equal to. Okay, whatever parameter I'm getting for this function, if it is not equal to this particular ID, not equal means what? Remaining records. Remaining records only I am filtering. All those records I am keeping it into updated data. Honest, updated faculty. This is one collection. This is one list, new list, updated list. In this list, what I am storing? In this list, what I am storing? See here. Whatever object I am iterating, in every object I am verifying this underscore ID, which is not equal to this ID. Okay, that means remaining objects. Okay, on which button you are clicking delete button, that record, except that record, remaining IDs, they will not equal to this ID, right? So those faculty objects only I am capturing and keep it into this particular collection. Okay, finally, this is my updated list. This updated list I will store it into set faculty details of updated faculty. That's it. I have updated that faculty information. That's it. So automatically what happens? Once you updated, what you can do simply You just come here, sorry, not here, here. Now look at this. Already one record, last record is there. If it is executing or not, I want to check it. If you click this, it has to execute, right? But actually, why it is not executing? See this, delete functionality, any error, inspect element. See, I'm getting some errors in the console. Failed to load that particular ID. The server responded with a 404. That ID is not there. Like that, it is getting. Failed to load. Sorry, refresh it. See, already removed. If you observe, already removed. It was not loaded properly. So you just go to the MongoDB Atlas. You just refresh it. Here I am having only 2 records. Okay. Now come here. Once again, I want to remove one more record. You just remove it. Okay, it has not reloaded, right? Sorry. Once it is it has to reload. Actually, if I refresh only, it is removing. Okay, now see this. Already it is deleted. In the database also, if you refresh it, I'm having only one record. Okay, na? So all of you do this up to this task. This is delete functionality. Okay, specific record successfully deleted. Okay, already I updated set faculty details. Okay, successfully done. There is no problem at all. Anyhow. Okay. So for update faculty, so here update faculty form also, you must provide one form with the data. So this data has to come to server side. Am I right? So at server side, must and should, you must provide for delete functionality also. So update functionality also. Okay. So that update functionality, how can we do that? That is, you can call as a patch. Okay. Patch functionality. For this also same as this colon ID, because we can update based on ID only. And second parameter is that a specific faculty update I need, right? Get faculty, and then async function request comma response as this is arrow function, right? So in this arrow function only, as it is like delete only, here I am going to do this. Okay na? So same, here I am passing this find one. Okay, find by ID only directly. We can pass. Okay, try catch blocks, try catch, error, open and close the curly brace. Okay, app crashed. Why app crashed? Sixth line, some problem is there. What is there in the sixth line? Everything is okay. This is for delete. This is a router data, patch, property. Everything is right. Why it is giving? Just wait. Control C. Yes. npm run dev. Any problem? We will check it. App crash. Why app is crash? Two line. 26 ka 22. Anything is there? Nothing is there. Why it is giving error here? Sixth line. Loader. Arrow function parameter list. Malformed arrow function list. Okay. There. Syntax. Okay. Async spelling wrong. Okay. Sorry. We are async spelling wrong. Now you will not get any error. Okay. Anyhow. Okay. So same. Just copy paste. No need to type every time. Okay. But here what you have to call? Avoid method only. But what we have to call it? Your object. Okay. Find by ID of request dot params dot ID. Okay. So whenever I am calling this, what it returns? It returns one faculty object. Okay. It returns a specific faculty object. Okay. Once it is coming here, I need to update it, right? So along with the request data body, we will get all the details. I'm not going to change the ID. I'm going to change the name, and I am not going to change the okay, except the ID and name. Remaining details, maybe it needs to change, right? Maybe a person can okay learn a new courses, for example higher studies, so you must change his qualification. For example, based on his designation also it will be changed based on a higher study, and as well as based on the experience also it will change the designation. Okay, so you can change designation, qualification. Okay, so based on your requirement, maybe he will change one email ID to another email ID. So you can change email ID also. So maximum updation will be done in the three fields. Okay. So that's why here what I'm doing, request dot body dot uh, designation one value. Here I'm going to change it in faculty dot designation. Okay. So one thing from request, whatever updation is coming, I am assigning to the faculty designation, and as well as faculty dot qualification. Okay, request dot body dot qualification, and then faculty dot email is equal to email. Sorry, not email. Request dot body dot email. Okay, so this is what I want to do. Once you have done that updation, what you need to do? You must call save method. Okay, you must call save method. So faculty equal to is a new faculty, right? Honest new faculty is equal to avoid what you can call faculty dot save of old faculty. Why? So it is already coming from the MongoDB, and I am doing updation. Same updation I am saving. Finally, it returns new faculty. So this particular new faculty I am sending back. Response dot status of 201 dot JSON of, you can send new faculty. Understand? So this is the way you have to do that. Okay. So this is successfully updated. This is what you need to do. So whether it is working or not, if you want to check it, just wait. I'll got any errors? No errors. You just open our Postman. First, we need to verify if it is properly working. Then only we have to create our client side application. Open the Postman. Patch or put, it's up to you. No problem. Okay. Okay. See the database. Not here. This is the database. This is my ID, right? Underscore ID. Copy. In this, I want to update qualification. Okay, all those things. Okay, na? So you just copy this ID copy this ID, come to the postman, here use the parameter and apply patch, and then in the body, in the raw data, here what you can do, so directly whatever details are there in the database, you just copy. Okay, otherwise I can change here. Browse. Y22 as these details. Here instead of MTech, here I am writing PhD. Okay, designation, associate, and email, MD. So this is what I want to check. Okay. So if I am clicking this as send, faculty is not a okay. Just wait. Some error occur. Some error occurred. Only one record will be there. See, only one. Here I am getting error. What is that error? If you want to check it, status 500. Okay. Headers. Test result. There are no test result. The body only I am having. General error is coming, but here it is not giving proper error message. Network side, whatever errors are there, I need it. That's it. Okay. Just right, I will check it. See, in the post method we have done, this is the post method, right? While saving, how we are saving? Whatever faculty object, dot object dot save we are calling, right? So here we have done that mistake. If you observe here, in the patch, here we are getting faculty object, right? So that faculty update only we need to save it, not this. Save will not have any parameter. Understand? So now that is the problem we have done. Just now we show it. It is successfully saved with updated information. If you observe, qualification is PhD, designation updated, email updated, and everything updated, right? So if you go to this, here also you just refresh. Now observe. Here it is PhD, associate professor, and MD goes at the rate careuniversity.in. You know, so like that we can update it. So successfully it is working fine. But now you have to think how to implement update functionality at a client side. So what type of facility you want to provide it? That is very, very important. Understand? So whenever you click this update faculty, so which employee updation you need? That is very, very important. So that's why what you have to do. So here I will create one form. I will create one form. So in this form, as it is, whatever insert form I have done, same code I am going to take it here once again. Okay. So but here we have to write it. First, all of you go here, go to the file explorer, update faculty. So you just close others and open add faculty. So these two are very important now because see this. Okay. So this is my code, right? For generating this. Up to div, from begin div to end div. You just copy. Come to the update. You just paste here first. And then come to add. Come here. So whatever import statements are there, you just take it, copy, and paste. Okay. So and then these are also required. Same. Come and paste. Okay. Handle refresh not required. This is not handle refresh. Okay. I will do later. Okay, anyhow. So first of all, I will remove it. First, without error, I want to do it something. One is a save. One is a update. Not save. One is a fetch data. Otherwise, get empty. Get get faculty. Handle submit also. I will do it later. First, without errors, I want to display it. Still, Axios is defined but never used. Meant it. Now, set a status also warning, right? Okay, no problem. This is only warning, no errors. Okay, come here. See this. Whenever I'm clicking this get faculty by typing faculty ID, I want to get remaining details here. Remaining from the MongoDB database, I will get that particular faculty ID related information here. Okay, na? So this is very, very important. This is very, very important. Once I get it, I will do updation. Okay, after doing some modification, I will click on this update. Okay, na? So this is very, very important. Once, but actually these two buttons at a time it is visible, but I am not going to display these two buttons at a time. Okay, if faculty object is empty, only get faculty button will be there. Okay, if faculty object already existed, then update button will be displayed. So that is the task I want to do it. Okay, na? So how to do this? Very, very important. Okay, so for these two, we have to apply some condition. Before condition, we have to do that. So first we need some values into this faculty ID, and then how to display these particular details in these fields. Automatically how these buttons will be enabled based on the requirement. I will do it now. Okay, na? So all of you first create this form up to this. First copy it. Why? Because it will take some time. What I did from add faculty, whatever code is there. See, don't copy Control A, Control C, don't paste Control V like that. So already there is updated faculty. From add faculty, first copy the import statements and then copy the JavaScript before return statement. Okay, and then copy the rendering document. This particular code. Once it is done, you have to get this particular screen. Then only I'm going to display it. Okay, na? So all fields now add faculty is coming. New faculty details are coming. Update faculty. Here this message also I will display as per the requirement. Okay, if it is update faculty or get faculty, everything I will be display based on the condition itself. This message also you can display like this, and delete faculty, whatever it is. All operations it will be finished. So finish it all of you. Okay. Okay, I hope everyone done up to this. So now what we need to do, see here, faculty name, department, qualification, all these things actually not required, because here what I want to do in the update faculty, here I am taking only faculty object, set faculty object. Okay. From the MongoDB database, I am going to take directly faculty object here. So initially, what I am taking, null I am taking. Understand? So null I am taking, very, very important, remember. Okay. And now what I want to do, see, in the grid text fields are there, right? Here, previously in the add form, what I did, in the value directly faculty ID, whatever he has typed directly, I was taken. But this particular faculty ID, here I am going to apply some condition. Okay, na? What condition? If faculty object already I got it from the database, based on this particular condition only, I am going to assign the value. If already object came into your client side, and then I will apply faculty underscore ID. If it is not there, value will not be available. Remember this point. Okay, na? But on change, for this on change, I am not going to write this set faculty ID like this. See, one commonly I'm going to use some handle change. One arrow function I'm going to define it. Okay, same handle change event I'm going to apply for all the fields. Here password I don't want to update, so you can remove this. Why? Because from as an admin side, actually password is not required, right? While updating. Otherwise, okay, if you want to update, no problem. But this is common as it is. No need to change anything here. You know? Okay, anyhow, but here this email, how can we do that? Faculty object is already there. Then I will display email. Otherwise, it will not display. Same thing here also. Faculty object is there. Then it will display designation. Here also. Dot qualification. Here also. Department. Okay, na? Not department. And this is the not department, right? Sorry, not department. You know that. What is that? Faculty underscore DEP. So this is MongoDB object contains this particular variable, right? So right like this here also. Question mark dot faculty underscore. This is faculty underscore ID. Okay, na? So this is what you need to do. So last button, if you observe this button, here I'm going to apply some on click equal to handle click. One arrow function I will write. Okay, but this one, this particular button will be displayed. This grid I am taking 10 only, sorry, 12 only. This also I am going to take 12 only. Center. Center, I told you, only one button will be visible, right? So that's why this particular grid will be applied based on my condition only, right? This grid item will be displayed based on my, otherwise you can do it inside grid item. Okay, so based on the condition, if faculty object is there, then only update has to come, right? Open parenthesis and closed parenthesis. So in between this grid item will come. This handle click, for this also handle submit. For update only I am giving handle submit. On click equal to handle submit. Okay. So now here I want to define, no need of this status. Here I am defining const handle change, one arrow function, as well as handle click, one arrow function, like that. Handle submit is also one of the arrow functions. Okay. So these are the arrow functions required, but unexpected use of status in which line, 1 or 2 line. Okay, status is required, updated successfully, like that. So better to take that status also, no problem. Initially false. Okay, no problem. We just take it. Okay, now set faculty is assigned, set status is assigned a value, but never used. Only warnings I am able to get it, right? Only warnings. Okay. So now, first of all, we need to get the data, right? So handle change. Handle change, how to implement it. Why I am writing handle change in every text field? I used handle change. Okay, in every text field. How it will change? Whenever there is a faculty object, okay, data will be there, right? Data will be there in the faculty object. That data I need to update in the empty form. Whatever form is there, that I need to update it. Okay. So handle change, how can we write it? Simply, for a handle change, one event it will come whenever user typed updation. Okay. That means whatever data coming from the MongoDB database into the form, after getting it, user wants to modify it, right? Whatever data he is modifying, I want to get it. How can we get it? E dot target dot value, right? E dot target dot value. But actually that value, where I want to keep it, that is very, very important. But remember, there is a concept, destructuring concept. You know that, right? We can destructure any number of variables, right? Here I am destructuring name and name comma value, key value. That means is equal to e dot target, e dot target. So E dot target, what it returns? Both the name of the field as well as value what he has entered. What he has entered. That is very, very important. Okay, na? So that particular, for that particular value, whatever value he has given, that we need to update it in the existed faculty object. That is what we need to do. Okay, na? So how can we do this? Using set faculty of, here there is a separator operator, you know that there is a separator, right? One object, there is a separator in a MERN, 3 dots. Okay, this is separator operator. Okay, faculty. So what is the meaning of this separator operator? Dot 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 faculty means whatever faculty object contains the set of fields. That is the meaning. Faculty contains how many fields? Faculty ID, faculty name, faculty department, qualification, all those things already you know that, right? So among that, here what I am modifying here, I am destructuring only whatever name in the which text field he has entered, that field name will be there, right? That particular field name. To that, in this particular faculty object, whatever field he has entered, okay, he has updated, for this field only we need to assign value. We need to assign value. So this is what you need to do. This is shortcut. So total form data automatically updated with the help of this particular simple handle change method. Every time, for example, he updated in the ID name, ID field. Okay, so automatically faculty underscore ID is the name. Whatever he has entered, 123 he has entered, that 120 will be assigned. This is what it will come. Okay, na? So in this way, handle change will be occurred. Okay. So in the handle submit, what we have to do? Here you need to first provide in the handle submit. You can take some event E and E dot prevent default, that is common, and then we need to type some code related to updating faculty data. That means here you need to write try catch. Here you need to write try catch. Here only Axios you need to call it. Very, very important in the handle submit. In handle click, what you have to do? Okay, get the faculty data from the server. Based on ID, whatever ID he entered. Okay, na? So you have to do that in the first step, and then what we have to do? Set the faculty state to the data. Okay. And at the last, set the faculty object to the data. So how can we call it? Set a faculty of some data. Okay, no? Whatever data you are getting, that data you need to pass. Okay, that is important. Okay, here you will get some error anyhow. So these are the steps you have to do it, but it will take some time. Okay. So if time permits, in the tomorrow, first 15 minutes I will finish, and then we will go with the other module. Okay, na? So this is very, very important. We need to finish it. Here we need to update it, and we need to, okay, we will do this tomorrow. So up to this, everyone must complete it. Okay. Thank you.